What's up guys? This is the part 2 of the lecture video about how to draw a 3D molecular structure by considering the BSEPR theory. Now let's go on to these practice exercises wherein we're going to draw these 10 molecules at their 3D molecular structure. Okay? Let's dive in on the whiteboard. Okay, I just pinaste ko na lang muna natin yung ating mga exercises for us to have convenient, and I also paste the periodic table. Okay, to start with, these are the terms that you need to remember when you are drawing the 3D molecular structure of the molecules by considering the BSEPR theory. First and foremost, you need to draw the Lewis structure. Okay, as stated from the book. Next, determine the electron geometry. Ayan. So, ano ba yung mga yan? Those are the trigonal planar, tetrahedral, trigonal bipyramidal, and octahedral. And then next, after determining the electron geometry, we will now need to draw the molecular structure. Ayan. Draw the molecular structure. So, these are the 3 steps that you need to consider. Ngayon, simulan natin from number 1. Is a phosphorus hexafluoride. Okay, phosphorus hexafluoride. Now, anong first natin? Draw the Lewis structure. Now, hindi ko na i-discuss thoroughly yung pagdodraw ng Lewis structure. Okay? So, phosphorus hexafluoride with negative charge. The negative charge usually is yun yung ating phosphorus, a central atom natin. Why? Because phosphorus is group 5 and it has 5 Lewis dot, di ba? Now, kung if we are going to draw this as is na mapupunta yung negative charge dito sa ating fluorine, then the phosphorus do not have the capability to accommodate the 6 atoms. So, the negative charge, remember, di ba? Pag negative charge, magdadagdag ka ng electrons. Kapag positive, magbabawas. So, sa number 5 yun. Okay. Now, let's draw the Lewis structure. Siyempre, I will not draw. So, shortcutin ko na lang. Ayan. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Diba? Na-accommodate niya. So, 6, wherein we have 1 central atom. Diba? AX6 in the previous lecture video. Ano ang electron geometry niya? This one is octahedral. So, wala naman siyang lone pairs. Therefore, ang shape or molecular structure ng ating phosphorus hexafluoride ay ganito. So, P, and then, di ba, the dash wedge, solid wedge, ayan, the dash wedge, and the solid wedge. Don't forget the lone pairs, guys, ha. So, ayan, isulat ko lang dito for your convenience. But when you write this, don't forget the lone pairs of the terminal atoms, okay? Ayan. So, it is an octahedral. And when asked, what is the bond angle? The bond angle between them is 90 degrees. Ano yung hybridization niya? sp3 dito. So, paano ko nalaman yon? To determine the hybridization, ganito lang yung titignan nyo para maka-shortcut nyo. But I cannot explain that thoroughly kasi we need to consider the molecular orbital theory for that. For example, ang titignan nyo lagi sa hybridization ay yung central atom natin. When central atom is bonded to 1 terminal atoms, ang hybridization niya ay S. Kapag bonded sa 2, that is sp. Kapag 3, siya ay sp2. Kapag 4, sp3. Recognize the pattern na kapag 5, dito na papasok yung ating d orbitals, sp3d. Kapag 6 naman ay sp3 dito. Remember, kino-consider ninyo yung lone pairs dito as a non-bonding pair. Ayan. If you'd notice, yung p natin ay hanggang 3 lang. Why? Kasi kapag sinulat niyo yung electron configuration niya, di ba? It has only 3 orbitals. I don't know the term, but it is only 3. Now, wherein, yun ay, di ba, sa ating electron configuration, can only accommodate 6 electron to give, for example, 1s2, ayan. 2s2 and 2p6. Ayan. So it has a 3 lobes. Ayan. I don't know if that is the right term, but that is. And for the d orbitals, ayan. So hanggang 5 yan, of course, but we will, in this lecture, it is only limited to 2 because it only contains 6 bonding. Okay? I just explain it briefly. So, ayan, balik tayo dito, hybridization. So, molecular geometry or structure niya ay, octahedral. Remember, molecular geometry is different to electron geometry. Okay? Now, let's erase this one and let's proceed to number 2, which is, it is a arsenic trifluoride. Arsenic trifluoride. Okay, what is the group of, okay. First and foremost, Lewis structure. Okay, Lewis structure tayo. So, arsenic is group 5, right? So, 5 Lewis dot. Ayan. And then, 3 fluorine. Mag-accommodate siya ng 3 fluorine atoms. Ayan, 3 fluorine atoms. So, may natirang lone pair na isa. Ano kaya ang electron geometry niya? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 electron domains. Therefore, 4. Siya ay what? Tetrahedral. Ayan. After identifying Dodry molecular structure, wherein, as discussed on the previous lecture video, ang molecular structure niya ay ganito. Ayan. Don't forget the lone pairs. Ayan. Don't forget the lone pairs, guys. Ayan. Wherein dito, meron tayong lobes dito. Okay. Bond angle. What is the bond angle? That is 100, approximately 100.5.9 degrees. Hybridization, again, kapag 4, ilan? That is sp3. Hybridization niya is sp3. Ano ang shape niya? That is trigonal pyramidal. Okay? Ayan. So, Lewis structure, electron geometry, and molecular structure. Okay? So again, I need to remind you guys that you need to master how to draw the Lewis structure before proceeding in this lecture. Kasi if you don't know how to draw a Lewis structure, then you will not relate in this topic. Kasi rumirekta o mag-drawing ng ating 3D molecular structure. Okay? Next natin is the I3 or iodide. Iodide, okay? But it is not an iodide. It's just an iodine na nagbaband sa 3, okay? So, meron tayong negative charge, okay? Usually, kapag ganito, yung iodine natin is group 7, right? Now, negative charge will add an electron on its central atom. Wherein, meron pa tayong natitirang dalawang iodine, tama? Kasi yung isa dito, automatically, is the central atom. So, magbaband yung dalawang iodine to get 2 electrons. So, ano kaya ang electron geometry niya? So, bilangin natin ang electron domains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. What is that? That's trigonal by pyramidal. Okay? Kasi trigonal pyramidal is a variant of a tetrahedral molecular shape. So, when we draw this, if you take a look back at the lecture on the previous lecture, ang shape niya ay ganito. So, we have I, and then I here, and then I here. So, don't forget the electron pairs, the lone pairs. So, negatively charged ito. So, ayan. Ito. Ayan. Because it has 3 lone pairs. Tama? 3 lone pairs, 5 electron domains, then trigonal bipyramidal. So, what is the bond angle? Between dito, on the terminal atoms, syempre it is 180 degrees. But, in the in the electron geometry, ang bond angle natin ay 90 degrees and 120. But when you are asked between the terminal atoms, therefore, ang bonding angle nila is 180 degrees, of course. But when asked what are the bond angles of the electron geometry, the answer is 90 between here and 120 between here. Hybridization is sp3d because it contains the central atom contains 5 bonding domains. Remember, lone pair is considered as bonding domains when you are writing the hybridization. And ang shape niya, of course, is linear. Okay? Molecular shape is linear, but the electron geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. Okay? Molecular geometry, linear. Electron geometry is trigonal pyramidal. Okay? So that's it. Now for our number 4, that is ayan, so dihydrogen sulfide. Okay, sulfur is group 6. So 6 Lewis dot. Kukunin ng dalawang hydrogen. So ilan yung electron domains natin dito? So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 electron domains. And that is what? Tetrahedral. Tetrahedral. Okay, the shape of tetrahedral, when there are 2 lone pairs, if we take a look at the previous lecture video, ayan, ganito ang shape niya. Remember ha, the dash wedge is away from you, and the solid wedge is towards you based on the previous lecture video. And kapag dash, it is on the plane. So, okay, balik tayo. Let's go back here. Ayan. Ayan. Then when asked for the bond angle is 109.5 degree approximately. Hybridization is sp3 because the central atom contains 4 bonding domains. And the molecular geometry is bent. Okay, molecular geometry is bent. And the electron geometry is tetrahedral. Okay, so sulat ko lang, molecular geometry. This one is hybridization. And then this one is 109.5, that is the bond angle. Ayan. So, that's it. So, okay. Ayan. So, I guess I need to type in these words para for the convenience of many, for the visual learners. So, ayan. So, bond angle and hybridization, and the molecular geometry. Okay. So for this one, the CH3 positive. So meron tayong positive charge, right? Positive charge. Now, carbon is group 4 and it has a positively charged, meaning magbabawas tayo ng isang electron, yielding it to H3. Remember, Lewis structure, but I will not draw this. So, there are 3 terminal atoms. Kukunin ng ating hydrogen. And what is the shape based from the previous lecture video? Trigonal planar. Okay? Trigonal planar. Okay? So, bakit kaya ganon? Kasi ang electron geometry niya ay 3. So, trigonal planar. Sorry for that. Trigonal planar. Bond angle is 120 degrees. Hybridization is sp2. And molecular geometry is trigonal planar pa rin. Kasi, wala tayong lone pairs. Okay? So that's it for the CH3. What about the beryllium trichloride? Okay. So beryllium, as we all know, is group 3. So 3 Lewis dot. And it has 3 terminal atoms. Kukunin ng tatlong chlorine natin. Yung electrons. So wala tayong lone pair. Ilan yung electron domains natin? Tatlo. So tatlo, siya ay what again? Again, it is trigonal planar. Trigonal planar. When you draw the molecular structure of it, ayan, beryllium, boron, sorry for that, boron, trichloride. Don't forget the lone pairs, guys, ha. Apologies if I am not drawing it. And kung di ko na drawing yung mga previous molecular structure natin. Okay, bond angle between here is 120 degrees. Hybridization is sp2. And molecular geometry is also a trigonal planar. Okay? So, let's erase again. For number 7, that is sulfur tetrafluoride. Sulfur tetrafluoride. Again, central Lewis structure, central atom is sulfur. Group 6, therefore 6 Lewis dot. Kukunin ng 4 na fluorine atoms. So, ilan yung electron domains natin or the bonding domain? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. The lone pair, considered as 1, is 5. So, what is 5 again? Trigonal bipyramidal. Okay? Trigonal bipyramidal. And ayan, when we draw the molecular structure of this, so siya ay what? Siso. Okay? Siso siya. If you take a look at the previous lecture video. Ayan. Pwede naman magkabaliktad, but let's comply with the previous yan. So, this one away from you, then towards you. And then, one lone pair. Okay? Bond angle between here is 90 degrees. And dito is 120 degrees. Hybridization is sp3d because central atom has 5 bonding pairs electron, di ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Molecular geometry natin is siso. Okay? Siso. Ayan, siso ang shape niya for our sulfur tetrafluoride. What about iodine fluoride? Okay, iodine fluoride. Iodine fluoride is, iodine is group 7. Group 7, 7 Lewis dot. Kukunin ng fluorine yung isa. So, ilan yung electron domains natin dito? Can you guess? Remember, lone pair is considered as one electron bonding domain or bonding pair. Ayan. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, that is what? Tetrahedral. Tetrahedral bond. Then, let's draw. Ayan, so that is F. So, ayan. 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 Bond angle, so tetrahedral, that is 109.5 dun sa tetrahedral. But between the molecule, this is 180 degree. Hybridization is sp3. Molecular geometry is linear. Okay? What about sulfur trioxide? Sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide, so sulfur is 6. Now, the oxygen tend to form a double bond, di ba? So, kapag nag-double bond kasi oxygen natin, remember, you are drawing a Lewis structure. Hindi ko lang siya dinodrawing for the convenience of time. Yan. So, kapag double bond yung oxygen natin, ma-obey niya yung octet rule, right? Octet rule. Kasi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 8, di ba? to achieve its stable configuration ng atoms natin, di ba? Octet rule. Pero kapag kasi 1 lang, yung oxygen natin, and nag-remain yung 7, ay yung 5, it has what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lang. So, double bond ang bonding patterns ng oxygen natin to the sulfur. So, kukunin ng oxygen, yung tigalawa. So, ilan yung electron geometry natin or ilan yung electron domain? 1, 2, 3, 3, meaning that is trigonal planar. Drawing the molecular structure of this one. Ayan. Let's draw the Lewis dot. So, bond angle is 120. Hybridization is sp2. Molecular geometry is trigonal planar pa rin. Remember, when drawing a molecule, identify the electron geometry, and then i-draw ninyo bond angle, hybridization, molecular geometry. If and only if papa-identify sa inyo yan, ha? So, ayun. Next natin is the sulfite. Actually, may typographical error ako dito. Kasi sulfite is 2 negative charge siya, not 1. So, I apologize for that. That is 2 negative. So, sulfite. Ayan. In the case of this, 5, 6. Yung oxygen natin, meron tayong 2 negative. Dito, when you consider the resonance structure, hindi siya kukunin ng ating sulfur, but rather yung oxygen natin yung kukuha, di ba? Dito kasi central atom, this one is central atom, but in this case, oxygen yung kukuha ng ating negative charge kasi it is more electronegative. Okay? In the case of phosphorus kasi 5 lang yung electrons niya. So, it cannot accommodate the 6 fluorine atoms. Kaya napunta doon. So, if you could check, please take a look if the phosphorus is more electronegative. But, usually, doon sa central atom mapupunta. So, you need to use your intuition for that. And for the principles to, ayun. Okay, for this one, balik na tayo sa sulfur. Dito, magkakaroon tayo ng negative charge. So, meron tayong dalawang single-bonded oxygen na negatively charged at isang double-bonded oxygen na neutral. So, if we consider the molecular structure at Lewis structure, kukunin ng isang oxygen yung double bond, kukunin ng negatively charged oxygen yung dalawa, and then the electron geometry is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Therefore, that is tetrahedral. Tetrahedral natin. And then after that, the sulfur, syempre meron tayong lobes here. The plane, ayan, if we draw the molecular structure, so solid wedge for the negatively charged oxygen, and then dash wedge for the another negatively charged oxygen. So the bond angle between them is 109.5, approximately 109.5. Hybridization is sp3. Hybridization is sp3. And the molecular geometry is trigonal pyramidal. Ayan. So that's it for our lecture video. And I hope you learned something na enlightened. So if you have any questions and suggestions for the succeeding lecture video, kindly comment it below. I will try to post it. So thank you so much for listening and see you in our next lecture video. Thank you so much.